Hello everyone, and welcome to my how to play Zarya video. Now Zarya has an excellent kit. One of her abilities is going to put a bubble on yourself. The other is going to put a bubble on a friendly target. Both bubbles absorb a short duration of damage and increase your charge meter, so a little bit complicated there. Essentially, the more damage you absorb with your bubble, the more damage your energy rifle will do. Zarya's left click is a stream of energy that is going to do more damage depending on how much you've shielded your allies. Her right click is a grenade that is going to do an AoE explosion upon impact. Again, does more damage based on how much energy you've absorbed through your bubbles. Her ultimate, Graviton Surge, is one of the best combo makers in the game. You can set up your team for some crazy plays with it. It's going to pull everybody in a short area, kind of like a black hole, into its well, and then from there they're going to float around and can't really escape except for a few characters with certain mobility abilities. And then that sets up, wombo combos with Hanzo, with Pharah, with 76, with pretty much anybody. If you just stand there and shoot at them, that's effective too. But that Graviton Surge should not be underestimated, and it should be used wisely in conjunction with your teammates. Now, Zarya does have a 200 hit point pool and then a 200 shield pool, which makes her pretty much unkillable, more or less, as a tank, because she can always just peek a corner and let her shield recharge, and in that time hopefully your healers will be on top of you. Now I'm not going to say you're never going to die, of course you're going to die, but she is pretty darn tough for a tank to take down between her bubbles and her shield. Now, what is Zarya's role on the team? Zarya, in my opinion, is one of the best tanks in Overwatch. Her kit, you just look at her kit and you could already see how amazing she's going to be. She can pull people into a group. She can shield others, shield herself, and in shielding, that increases her damage. She's got a short or a medium range laser beam that does incredible scaling damage, and she has a grenade launcher. So her role on the team is to ensure that any low health targets are getting their bubble, any focus targets are getting her bubble to keep them up and alive, and then to just lay down firepower. And then, of course, set up her team for a wombo combo, such as right here. We put down the ultimate, they get trapped, we kill everybody, it's good times. So Zarya, more than any other character in Overwatch, I would dare say, can carry her team. You're just a playmaker. You're built for making plays. So between your black hole and between your shields, you can really change the pace of a game and carry your team. There's not really any carries in Overwatch, but I mean you can be more effective than the people around you and make them more effective. So if you're doing solo queue competitive, I highly recommend taking a look at Zarya, because you can have a larger impact on the overall game than a lot of other characters. So your role with Zarya is to make those plays. So if you have a healer that is getting focused by the enemy team, you pop a bubble on that healer, it gives it time for the healer to escape, and that is increasing your damage. If you yourself are getting focused, you put a bubble on yourself, and that is increasing your damage. Now, one of the neat things about Zarya as well is her shields pretty much guarantee a live through almost every ultimate in the game that deals damage. So, essentially, you can guarantee with almost 100% certainty that two players are going to survive any ultimate combo in the game, and that is huge. So if you keep yourself up and another healer up, that is the difference between losing a point to a string of ultimates or staying alive on that point to give your team time to respawn and get back to you. So also, your laser beam should not be underestimated. It's not underrated at all. It does an incredible amount of damage once you are charged up per second. Your grenades should not be underestimated as well. you will do an incredible amount of damage with those, especially when you're charged up. As you can see in the middle of the screen, the more my shields go, the higher my damage, my charge meter will go. It's a scale of 1 to 100, a lot like Widowmaker's percentile. It increases your damage the higher it is. So if you are not putting up 20 to 30 barriers a game, you're playing Zarya wrong. You should pretty much be using those on cooldown, except in situations where you know an ultimate combo is coming. Then you might want to hold on to them to guarantee two people stay up. But overall, Zarya is one of the best tanks and is very, very meta. She is welcome on a good Zarya is welcome anywhere, whether it's competitive play, quick play. If you're doing a custom match, it really does not matter. Zarya is welcome because she really has that large of an impact on a game. I would recommend to any newer players, if there was something you needed to practice, it's really reading the ebb and flow of a match. If you can read when you believe a Reaper is about to use his ult, or a Hanzo, or you can read when there's a critical moment, you'll be able to put your shield on the right people at the right time, and that's going to make a big difference. So here, they whip out a Zarya because they see that I am doing so well, and in that situation, you can almost start to feel the difference in the gameplay straight away. They're doing a little bit more effective than they were last match. However, I have a lot of experience on Zarya, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference, and my team is rather good as well. They do end up taking the point, though, a couple of times where we completely broke them down last game. So that kind of just right there goes to show you the difference one Zarya can make. A good Zarya can be the difference between taking a point and not taking a point. In this situation, they take our point. So again, with Zarya, if they're going to focus on anything, read the ebb and flow of the game. Your role in the group, you are a tank, first and foremost, and frankly, you're one of the better tanks in the game. So you need to use your kit to protect your healers, to protect your DPS, to keep them alive and doing damage while you do damage yourself. Pro tip with Zarya, remember your shields. So having that health pool of 200 and then a pool of 200 shields recharge. So if you just peek a corner, give it enough time, your shields will come back up, and that makes you very difficult to kill. Also, coordinate with your team when using your ultimate. That is the other tip I will give any newer player trying Zarya. Let them know, hey, I got my ultimate up, I'm about to use it, so that they can set up their own combos. And that in itself can make the difference for a team. So I just want to point out in that interaction there, I pretty much just soloed this point. So I just took this point from the entire enemy team because that is what I mean by Zarya carrying a match. She has that power. She has that potential. Really, really important to remember with Zarya is that wombo combo. So when you set it up, I shot it out, I let my team know, hey, it's out there, and Winston's all over it. He's going to be laser beaming them. Unfortunately, we get countered with their own ult, but again, my Lucio was kind enough to give us all shield, and really that's it. Just reading that ebb and flow with Zarya is the most important and most effective thing you can do in the game for your team. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Let me know what character you want to see next, and I will be happy to do a little teaching and training moment for you with that character, a how-to video. If you like these videos, feel free to let me know with a like button click, like, share, subscribe. And I hope you enjoy the how-to of Zarya. It was really fun making this video and gaining this footage because we were on the warpath. Thank you for your time. You have a great day.